Order number 2, notices of motion.
The Senate Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to give notice of the following motion, which is preliminary issues on whether the County Assembly of Isiolo held sittings on the 18th of June 2025 and 26th of June 2025 on the proposed removal from office by way of impeachment of the Honorable Abdi Ibrahim Hassan, Governor of Isiolo County, that whereas pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution and Section 33 of the County Governments Amendment Act, on Thursday the 26th of June 2025, the County Assembly of Isiolo approved a motion for the removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Abdi Ibrahim Hassan, the Governor of Isiolo County, and further whereas by letter reference CA RES Volume 1/001 dated 26 June 2025 and received in the office of the Speaker of the Senate on the 27th of June 2025, the Speaker of the County Assembly of Isiolo informed the Speaker of the Senate of the approval of the motion by the County Assembly and further forwarded to the Speaker of the Senate documents in evidence of the proceedings of the Assembly, including the list of the 16 out of 18 members of the county assemblies that voted in favor of the removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Abdi Ibrahim Hassan, the Governor of Isiolo County. Noting that a preliminary issue was raised by the Governor of Isiolo County on whether the County of Isiolo held sittings on the 18th of June 2025 and 26th of June 2025 to table, debate, pass, and or vote on the motion for the proposed removal from office by impeachment of the Governor of Isiolo County. Now, therefore, the Senate resolves to uphold the preliminary issue raised on whether the County Assembly of Isiolo held sittings on the 18th of June 2025 and 26th of June 2025 to table, debate, pass, and or vote on the motion for the proposed removal from office by impeachment of the Governor of Isiolo County, and accordingly terminates the proceedings for the proposed removal from office by impeachment of the Honorable Abdi Ibrahim Hassan, the Governor of Isiolo County. Mr. Speaker, I have the second motion on the second PO.
Proceed.
Can I proceed?
Proceed.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, I rise to give notice of the following motion. Further, this is a preliminary issue on the court orders on the proposed removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Abdi Ibrahim Hassan, Governor of Isiolo County, that whereas pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution and Section 33 of the County Governments Act, on Thursday the 26th of June 2025, the County Assembly of Isiolo approved a motion for the removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Abdi Ibrahim Hassan, the Governor of Isiolo County, and further whereas by letter reference CA/RES/Volume.1/001 dated 26th of June 2025 and received in the office of the Speaker of the Senate on the 27th of June 2025, the Speaker of the County Assembly of Isiolo informed the Speaker of the Senate of the approval of the motion by the County Assembly and further forwarded to the Speaker of the Senate documents in evidence of the proceedings of the Assembly, including the list of 16 out of 18 members of the County Assembly that voted in favor of the removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Abdi Ibrahim Hassan, the Governor of Isiolo County. Noting that a preliminary issue was raised by the Governor of Isiolo County on whether, in light of the court orders nullifying the Senate proceedings, the County Assembly, by the proceedings of the County Assembly on 26 June 2025, the Senate is able to proceed with the hearings on the proposed removal from office by impeachment of the Governor of Isiolo County. Now, therefore, the Senate resolves to uphold the preliminary issue raised in light of the court orders nullifying the proceedings of the County Assembly of 26 June 2025 and accordingly terminates the proceedings for the proposed removal from office by impeachment of the Honorable Abdi Ibrahim Hassan, the Governor of Isiolo County. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Next order.
Order number 3, motion, preliminary issue on whether the County Assembly of Isiolo held sittings on 18th June 2025 and 26th June 2025 on the proposed removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Abdi Ibrahim Hassan, Governor of Isiolo County.
The Senate Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move the following motion, which is a motion on the preliminary issue on whether the County Assembly of Isiolo held sittings on the 18th of June 2025 and 26th June 2025 on the proposed removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Abdi Ibrahim Hassan, the Governor of Isiolo County. That whereas the pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution and Section 33 of the County Governments Act, on Thursday the 26th, 2025, the County Assembly of Isiolo approved a motion for the removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Abdi Ibrahim Hassan, the Governor of Isiolo County. And further, whereas by letter reference CARES Volume 1, Stroke 001, dated 26th of June 2025 and received in the office of the Speaker of the Senate on the 27th of June 2025, the Speaker of the County Assembly of Isiolo informed the Speaker of the Senate of the approval of the motion by the County Assembly and further forwarded to the Speaker of the Senate documents in evidence of the proceedings of the Assembly, including the list of 16 out of 18 members of the County Assembly that voted in favor of the removal from office by impeachment of the Honorable Abdi Ibrahim Hassan, Governor of Isiolo County, noting that a preliminary issue was raised by the Governor of Isiolo County on whether the County Assembly of Isiolo held sittings on the 18th January 2025 and 26th June 2025 to table, debate, pass, and vote on the motion for the proposed removal from office by impeachment of the Governor of Isiolo County. Now, therefore, the Senate resolves to uphold the preliminary issue raised on whether the County Assembly of Isiolo held sittings on the 18th of June 2025 and 26th of June 2025 to table, debate, pass, and or vote on the motion for the proposed removal from office by impeachment of the Governor of Isiolo County and accordingly terminates the proceedings for the proposed removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Abdi Ibrahim Hassan, the Governor of Isiolo County. Mr. Speaker, there are certain things that I want to set on record first about this particular motion. One is that to me this is a procedural motion, which as duty will have me as leader of majority in the House, I get to move this motion. It does not necessarily mean that I believe in what the motion is asking the House to do. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, it is also important for it to go on record that we have split the two POs like you've explained in your communication to the House. But just for emphasis sake, that we will be invited to debate two motions. And I like the emphasis because I listened to you much as I was not seated here, that you gave that should this motion pass in the affirmative, then there will be no need even to go to the second motion because it will mean these proceedings have terminated. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, this is a very serious matter which I want to invite colleague senators to sit, listen, and reason with me. That's why I had to give the first disclaimer, Mr. Speaker, because Isiolo is one of the 47 devolved units. When we come into this House, we don't swear to protect the interest of the specific counties that vote us to come to this House. It's the interest of devolution in the country of Kenya. Isiolo is part and parcel of Kenya. They have brought very serious issues to this House, Mr. Speaker. Issues that require very serious perusal. I don't think there is another county that you can think of that has two clerks, I think two speakers. I'm not sure whether there is another governor besides the one who's here. There are serious issues in this county, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, to reduce this matter to be purely just a procedural issue of whether there was a sitting or not, to me, then justice will have aborted, Mr. Speaker. I strongly hold the view that for us to serve justice to the people of Isiolo, Mr. Speaker, and this, you know, sometimes I agonize over the things that you have to do in leadership, Mr. Speaker, because I explained this and have said I'm moving this motion procedurally, Mr. Speaker, as expected. All motions have to be moved in the positive, then the House either negates or affirms what has been proposed to the House. And it's not every other day, Mr. Speaker, that I get to move a motion, but then move on to argue why that particular motion, Mr. Speaker, should be defeated. I think perhaps this is either the first or the second time. I haven't done this before, but it's with a heavy heart because I have taken time. While the debates have been going on the POs, Mr. Speaker, I took time to also read the documents that have been brought before us, the things that the people of Isiolo are saying. In fact, I want to invite colleague senators to read the largest bundle of documents, that very fat file. It contains the things that residents of Isiolo say during the public participation, that they have high hope in this House, Mr. Speaker, that we will grant them justice, that they will have an opportunity to correct a decision they made on the 8th of August 2025. Whichever way, Mr. Speaker, that when you eventually consider these matters, they will feel that their county can work like a normal county. As it is, Mr. Speaker, if we move ahead and make this decision at this particular point in the affirmative and say that we confirm this PO and therefore we send these people back to Isiolo, what exactly are we sending them to do? What does it say of us as a House, Mr. Speaker? That people can argue, appear before us, and I speak like this, Mr. Speaker, because I've been a victim of this process. When the people of Kericho came before this House last year in October, the case terminated at PO level. And I can tell you, many of those issues that were not solved at that particular time continue to occur even today as we speak, Mr. Speaker. And I wouldn't wish that the same happens to Isiolo County, Mr. Speaker. I wouldn't wish that it happened in any of the 47 counties, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, I want to plead with colleagues that this is an opportunity that you are being granted. I don't know what the hurry will be about. And like I had said in the morning, Mr. Speaker, we don't have, as a House, the procedure for threshold of appeal that reaches the level where we have to determine by way of voting, especially POs that in their consideration would actually render the process fatal, Mr. Speaker. And that is something for us as a House we need to retreat and consider in terms of our procedure, Mr. Speaker. From history, since I came to this House, Mr. Speaker, this will only be the second time today that we are actually voting on a PO and terminating an impeachment hearing at a PO level if this motion was to pass as is, Mr. Speaker. The first one was in the case in Kericho. This will be the second time. I don't believe, Mr. Speaker, that that is justice. Justice shouldn't be that simplistic. I believe, Mr. Speaker, that there is a way in which the spirit of the Constitution does not just guide us by letter on what to do, but also by spirit, that this is a house of reflection, where when two entities of the same government, between the executive and the assembly of Isiolo, argue and they present their issues before you, you sit as a neutral arbiter and observe. It doesn't mean, Mr. Speaker, that eventually, I don't know how members will vote on the issue of whether to uphold the impeachment or otherwise. But at least, at the very least, Mr. Speaker, we owe the people of Isiolo a chance to listen to them, Mr. Speaker. We owe them an opportunity to air their issues, Mr. Speaker. We need to understand, Mr. Speaker, how did we end up with two clerks in one assembly? What was the process that was followed? I have seen bundles in the document that actually, that there is even the gazettement. While the impeachment of the governor was going on, there appears to have been a separate impeachment, Mr. Speaker, of the speaker of the same county assembly as well. I don't know which assembly voted. Then it appears perhaps maybe there are two assemblies as well in this particular county. That points that there are serious issues. Colleagues, I want to plead with you. The decision is ultimately yours. I have only one vote out of the 47 delegations that are in this House. But as a leader in this House, Mr. Speaker, I want to plead with you that these issues are not as light as somebody will want to determine them and say, do we find out? And by the way, make no mistake, colleagues, I'm not asking of you to pass judgment based on the very elementary issue of whether there was an impeachment process that followed the due process of law, Mr. Speaker, or not. I am only saying, given that these issues arose at PO level Mr. Speaker, you haven't had the opportunity and the time. You saw the struggle of the Council for County Assembly just minutes ago, Mr. Speaker, asking, I thought I had him right, by the way, and I'm not being biased, but I'm saying what I had, the council who spoke when he presented the issue, I thought they asked you that you allow them, Mr. Speaker, for them to produce the Hansard of the assembly sittings on that day. And my hearing at that particular time was that actually you had accepted. But I'm not challenging your decision where you have said the time for production of evidence is over. But if we grant them this opportunity, you will make an even more informed decision, colleagues. Because at that time, you will now be able to determine whether indeed there was a sitting on the 18th and there was a sitting on the 26th, Mr. Speaker, that eventually led to the impeachment of this governor. When we go the full process, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, this is not a very easy exercise. This is a moment where I know each senator uses very different ways to arrive at a decision. But much as this motion, Mr. Speaker, proposes that we confirm, I want to ask of the House that we give justice to the people of Isiolo. Listen to their issues. Then eventually make a determination based on what you have seen, on the evidence that has been presented before you. You know, Mr. Speaker, when we eventually consider that earlier matter that I raised on the threshold for appeal that can be fatal to an impeachment hearing here in the Senate, Mr. Speaker, perhaps we can put it in law that even if we make that determination, then allow us to at least listen to some of the issues and propose solutions, even if I don't believe necessarily that the end of an impeachment process should just be about removal or staying in office of a county government. There are other administrative issues that we can address as a House. It will be possible, Mr. Speaker, to establish and understand many of these things that have been raised before involving government officials, Mr. Speaker. There are police officers that have sworn affidavits. It will be good to understand what is their reasoning. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I will be proposing to the House, even after this particular process, that let us not handle another impeachment without considering this process that we began in October of last year and making an amendment, even if it means amending our standing orders, Mr. Speaker. We need to amend our standing orders so that an impeachment process does not terminate, Mr. Speaker, at PO level. It is not a good thing. And I have said that today. I said it during the time for Kericho. I will say it in the future because that's what I believe. Having said that, Mr. Speaker, I want to leave it to colleagues to reflect and consider. Today is Isiolo. Tomorrow it may be your county. When you get an opportunity to present your issues before this House, there is a way through which even citizens of your county will expect that this House treats these particular matters. Mr. Speaker, I've been in the House long enough to understand when colleagues begin to tell you that we have heard you and we know what we need to do. I believe in moving this motion, I have reached that particular point because I can hear the consultations and I can read also what the faces are saying, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, with those very many remarks, Mr. Speaker, I beg to move and request the Senator of Kilifi, the leader of minority, Senator Justice Retired Stewart Mazayo, to second me in this motion, Mr. Speaker, and lead the House in making the right decision. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Asante mstahiki Spika. Mstahiki Spika, kwanza najua tuko katika hali ya panda mbili, kwa sababu yaliyoko mbele yetu ni mazito, lakini kwa sababu hii ndio kazi mojawapo ambao maseneta ni lazima waifanye, ni jukumu langu pia mimi kuweza kuunga mkono yote aliyosema kiongozi wa walio wengi, ya kwamba iliyoko hapa ni hoja ya kumngatua gavana kutoka kwa mamlaka, lakini hivi sasa ni kuweza kukamilisha ama kuweza kujadiliana na kujua tutaendelea ama hatutaendelea na hii kesi, kwa sababu ya yale ambayo yamewekwa mbele yetu. Kitu cha kwanza ambacho mimi ningependa kufahamisha maseneta wenzangu ni jambo la kwamba mashtaka yaliyoko mbele yetu ni mashtaka yana uzito sana, ambapo yakipatikana kama ni ukweli, basi hatua ile itakayochukuliwa ni kukubaliana na kile ile preliminary objection ambayo iko hapa ama kuikataa. Kuna uzito wa aina yake. Kwa hiyo katika uamuzi wetu sisi tunatakana tufahamu, tuangalie na tupime na tuone ya kweli kuna shida ndani ya Isiolo County. Ndugu zetu wa Isiolo, ni jambo la kusikitisha hivi sasa ikiwa tunaweza kujadiliana mahali ambapo mngekuwa mlikaa nyinyi wenyewe mkaelewana, na alafu hii mambo haingefika hapa. Kwa hiyo kisu kata pande zote mbili. Sisi tutajaribu kufanya vile tutakavyofanya ama kujadiliana, na hatimaye mwisho tutachukua hatua. Mstahiki Speaker, kitu cha kwanza, kitu cha pili ambacho pia vile vile napenda kuongea ni kwa sababu kumekuwa na sintofahamu za mikutano. Mawakili waliokuwa hapa mbele yetu wameweza kusema, wengine wanasema kumekuwa na mikutano, zile documents ama yale stakabadhi zote ambazo mmetupatia hapa tuziangalie, pia vile vile zilikuwa na record zake vile vile zinasema, wengine walisema kwamba kulikuwa na mikutano, wengine wanasema hakukuwa na mikutano. Kwa hiyo tunataka kusema ya kwamba hili ni jambo ambalo tutaamua, na ni jambo gumu na litagusia mambo mengi ambayo inaweza kuona ya kwamba watu wa Isiolo wapate haki yao. Bwana Speaker, nataka pia kuongezea ya kwamba wakati tukisimamisha kulinganishana na hii preliminary objection, tujue ya kwamba tutakuwa tumechukua hatua ya juu sana. Vile vile ikiwa tutaachilia, pia tutakuwa tumechukua hatua ya juu, kwa sababu mashtaka yaliyoko hapa, ile impeachment, kumngatua gavana, ni kwamba gavana hatakuwa na, tunaona vile tu ambavyo impeachment vile huwa ama mashtaka vile huwa, ambayo gavana akingatuliwa kwenye mamlaka huwa hana mbele ama hana nyuma kwa kuenda ama kufanya chochote. Atakuwa hana haki yeye hata kushika kazi ndani ya ofisi ama kupewa kazi yoyote. Kwa hiyo ni jukumu letu sisi kuangalia, je, mashtaka haya yako na haki ya kuendelea ama hayana haki ya kuendelea kulinganishana na zile stakabadhi ambazo tuko nazo mbele zetu. Kwa hiyo Bwana Speaker, mimi naona huu ni mtihani mkubwa sana kwa bunge la Senate, lakini niko na imani na hili bunge la Senate, kwa sababu wote walioko hapa, wengi wetu tukiwa kama sisi ni mawakili, wengine wakiwa ni wafanyi biashara na watu waliobobea zaidi. Tuko na magavana ambao wameweza kutoka huko katika kaunti zao, wako hapa ndani pia, wataweza kutueleza katika ujuzi wao waliokuwa nao. Bwana Mstahiki Speaker, mimi naona hili ni jambo ambalo sisi sote lazima tuzingatie, na mimi ikiwa nitasimama hapa nikiunga mkono kiongozi wa walio wengi kwa hoja hii, ni kwamba sote nyoyo zetu tuziweke wazi, sote tuangalie hii kesi kamilifu, na sote tuwe na uwezo wa kuamua haki ili itendeke. Na niko na imani vile wa Kenya wote ambao wako na imani na bunge la Senate, leo ni mtihani mkubwa sana kuona ya kwamba sisi tutasimamia haki, kuona ya kwamba kama ni udhaifu ambao umeletewa gavana, tunaweza kusimamisha. Kama ni udhaifu umeletewa watu wa Isiolo, tunaweza kusimamisha. Kwa hiyo sisi tunasema ya kwamba tutatenda haki kulinganishana na vile tulivyoinua katiba, na tukasema tutatendea katiba kama kiongozi wa nchi yetu. Asante Bwana Spika, naunga mkono.
Now, honorable senators, before I proceed to propose the question, just a little advice to our majority leader. I fully understand your pains. I fully understand your pains. However, going forward, if you have some misgivings because of your personal persuasion and you're called upon to move such a motion, kindly delegate. Delegate. It'll serve a lot of pains because you're almost tearing. I could see you're almost tearing, and that will help you. So, honorable senators, will now proceed to propose the question. That whereas pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution and Section 33 of the County Governments Act, on Thursday, 26 June 2025, the County Assembly of Isiolo approved a motion for the removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Abdi Ibrahim Hassan, the Governor of Isiolo County. And further, whereas by a letter reference CA/RES/Volume 1/001, dated 26 June